Hello, true believer. Today we're going to go through how to clean up the members in our bridge that we've just formed, and using the different tools that we've got up the top here, such as miter, notch, trim to frame, trim, extend, shorten, lengthen. Okay, so let's begin. So before we start, there's a lot of extra stuff here that's not quite useful. It's looking a little bit busy. So if you bring up the truss that was originally sort of made up, and if you don't want to see all the other measurements and all the other sort of stuff that comes with this, we go down here to visibility and click on that, and we'll get rid of that work plane as well, just so that we can actually see the full truss that we're trusses that we're sort of dealing with in the bridge. Okay, so let's begin. If we use the front and we zoom in at the top here, if we look at this corner here, you can see that's not quite perfect. Okay, so basically this member is coming up to a certain point. You've got the top here. There's all this sort of busyness going on where it's not quite exactly lining up to where it needs to be. So what we're going to do is go through how to actually make that work. So there's a couple of different ways. This is just one way. And we want to basically make it so that the BALSA is perfectly easy to cut, and we can make up a little IKEA menu of all the sort of stuff that needs to come together. So the first thing that I'm noticing here is this beam that's connecting to the two trusses doesn't quite line up here. So we're going to lengthen this one here, and we're going to lengthen it by 3 meters. So just here and go 3 meters, millimeters, sorry. And we click on this and we go apply, and because we've clicked on this side, I'm hoping, yep, there we go. So that's actually extended it so that this is perfectly lined up. Now the reason we've done that is so that the center point is basically allowing the transference for the force going perfectly through that. Okay, so then the next part is we want to sort of connect this beam to here a bit better. Okay, so if we go through, there's I'll just highlight these so we can see them. If you miter, basically makes the frame sort of connect it like so. So you've got two beams, it will automatically sort of extend both sides and connect it. If you've got notch, is used where you've got to put a beam inside of another beam. So it allows it sort of remove the material where it's overlapping. Trim to frame. If your beam's overextended, it will just basically cut off the useless part, so all that blue section. Trim and extend is what we just use. What we can use there is it basically extends to the different faces, so that's quite useful as well. Lengthen and shorten, which is what we just used there, where we've sort of extended the beams. So with this one, I'm feeling that probably a notch maybe would be useful. So if notch, we've got a blue member which we click on first, and then the yellow to signify the part that's going into. So we want this beam coming up to be notched into this, and we'll go apply. Awesome, so now we've got this beam straight here, and then this beam sort of needs to be cut like this to be able to join that. Now we've got a good little joint here for that to sort of sit into, which we can obviously sort of measure out when we're cutting up our BALSA. So it was done pretty well. This beam obviously is overlapping here now as well. So if we click on this and this beam, and go apply, that's now fixed that. And then there's also this overlap here. So let's click on the beam again and this one and go apply. So now we've got this little perfectly cut here. And just to check the other side of the joint, see how there's this overlap here. I probably want to trim to frame. Yes, let's try that. So let's go trim to frame, and we'll click on this one to this one, and then apply. Let's see what happens. Let's undo that. This is where it gets a little bit harder. So let's just zoom this camera around and see the trouble side. So it's basically coming into that face. So let's have a look and see if there's a trim to face. I think I saw that somewhere. Let's see what happens when we miter this. That's one way we could do it, but I don't like that joint. Let's cancel that. Undo. Let's go trim to frame again. And if we click on there, Oh, because of that other side. Yep, I see what's happening. Let's go back. Zoom in on there. Let's see what happens if we notch this. So we go that one into that one. Ah, perfect. Awesome. So we've got that whole beam at the top and then that one there. So we'll do that now as well with this side while we're here. Oh, no, we can't because we haven't extended that side yet. Let's just keep going with that side. Cool. So that corner is effectively done. So let's go down here and let's fix this guy up. So the first thing that needs to sort of happen in the grand scheme of things is we need to extend this that way. Okay, so we need to lengthen, and we're going to go 3 again, go apply. That's made that, and then we're going to notch it. So we're going to notch this one into there, and then go apply. So that should have made that cut. And then while we're down here, let's notch this guy into here. So if we notch this to that, perfect. So now we've got that all sort of lined up. That's pretty cool. So now we've got that side done. We'll scroll across to the center here. We're going to do the notching again. So if we look at the frames, we've got this one coming down into there. And there's this huge sort of overlap happening here. So we'll go notch again, and we'll notch this one into here and apply. This one into here, then apply. And then there's this sort of overlap triangle in the middle here. So we're going to need to make a decision on which one to cut. So I'm going to cut this one into this one, and then apply. And then while we're here, we'll notch our beam into this, then apply. So hopefully that side, now we move up here. Whoop, too far. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. So we've done basically the 3 different cuts that will need to happen. So just to show you that it's possible again, we'll start at the top again on this side. Well, let's go front and we'll rotate around. So we'll go from here and we'll notch this in here. So sorry, we need to lengthen it first. So we'll lengthen this side by 3. Great, and now we'll notch this one into this one, then apply, and then this one into this one, apply, and then this one into this one, then apply. So that should be all done there. Oh, and then we need to do the back plate as well. So we're going to notch this into here, and then go apply. And then we're going to go down the bottom and do it all over again. Here we go. So first things we need to extend or lengthen this one by 3. Which hopefully it's done. Great. And now we need to notch this one into here and apply, and then notch again this bottom beam onto this one, apply. Fantastic. So you should have all these different beams and members all matching the different measurements. And now we can just basically go off and do a working drawing of all this. Now I'm not going to do the other side because it's exactly the same process as this side that I've done. But in the next video I'll go and do that right now, so you guys have it all nice and symmetrical. And then the next drawing video I'll show you how to do all the working drawings for this. Fantastic. Thank you very much for watching, and see you shortly.